Hello everyone and welcome to the eighth round of the Robert Kubica career mode series here in 2008. I can't remember because we skipped Monaco, so that means it is round 8, but it's part 7. Of course, the double episode last time out will be one back-to-back races. Hopefully we can continue our strong form here for the British Grand Prix. And we've got Felipe Massa on the pole, and it's Lewis Hamilton in second place. It's me, Robert Kubica, there I am, in P3. About 12 points off the championship lead, and I could get a third win in a row to reduce that gap. My teammate has done pretty well. He's in P4. Brilliant stuff for Heidfeld there. Trulli, is in 5th. Kimi Räikkönen is in 6th. We've got Mark Webber in 7th. Timo Glock is in 8th. Barrichello is all Honda, 5th row there. Sputton is also in 12th, 10th, we've got Fisichella in 11th, Coulthard is in P12, brilliant stuff for him. No, it's not, it's actually rubbish because he's so far behind Webber, it's not even a joke. Nico Rosberg's in 13th, Vettel is in 14th, we've got Fernando Alonso in P15, Kazuki Nakajima, who I forgot existed, is in P16, we've got both Super Aguris on whatever bloody row this is, row 9 probably I think. And then here we go, then we've got Sebastian Bourdais in P19 and PK in P20. And the last two runners on the last row of the grid, Sutil and Kovalainen, who did not set a lap time for some reason. I'm pretty sure he got pole in real life for the British Grand Prix in 08, but he signed last today because he could be asked to set a lap time. Anyway, here we go then. For I'm sure will be a great Grand Prix. Of course, there's no rain, unlike in real life. I pressed the pause button just to build up that anticipation. And of course, today we've got one-off sponsor Yazoo on the front of the car. Here we go then for the British Grand Prix. We are racing here, and I have got off to a sort of mediocre start there. Our teammate is alongside us, so I have to be careful. I'll go on the outside, of course, so on the outside. That means my teammate has the inside there. We're side by side still, coming out of the first corner in towards Magnussen, Beckett's, Hamilton and Massa have just blown off into the distance there, as I almost swear, but I keep it inside me, and Heidfeld just gone around outside of me, made me look like a right mug, and I'm down into P4. I've got Trulli now stiffing up down my bum. I've gone wide, and we're side by side now onto the hangar straight, and that's not what you want to be seeing. Side by side now with Trulli. I've got the superior engine, but will it be enough? It won't suffice, but I do outbrake Trulli through Stowe, round the outside, and that's me up, back up into P4, and I should be able to keep position here going into the chicane. I can't remember, I'm so shit with corner names, but yeah, I'm down into P4, so yeah, bit of a bit of a shit start there for me, falling behind my teammate, but to be honest, that's the person who I'd least want, I don't mind him overtaking me, out of anyone, because he's had a bit of a shocker start to the season, and I do kind of want to win the Constructors' Championship for BMW Sauber. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, 12 points off the lead. Yeah, I'm still in it. A bit of an underdog. And but with my form right now as it is, I reckon I could be right up in there. And here I am. Then we've got a two stop today. As some drivers are on a one stop. Kimi Räikkönen is on a one stop, but other drivers are on 2 stops, including myself, as I'm right behind Nick Heidfeld, my teammate, here on lap 2. I'm going to go down the inside into Abbey, and that's brilliant stuff then. Up into P3, brilliant stuff. Let's get a replay of that just to rub salt in the wounds of my German teammate. Yeah, track extending the hell out on that corner. What now today is the final corner, but of course this is 2008. I do take a sharp turn to the left for me there as Heidfeld. Bit of a reaction to what Heidfeld somewhat did, because AI could be quite erratic in braking zones, just suddenly moving. But here on lap, still at the end of lap 2, I'm right behind Lewis Hamilton, who won the Grand Prix in real life. He probably won't be winning it today as Massa's gone off into the distance here. Side by side with Lewis Hamilton then. At the end of lap 2, he will have the superior straight line speed, it looks like me, because I've already overtaken him before the start-finish line. And that's me up into P2. We're 1.5 seconds behind race leader Felipe Massa, and here on lap 6 we've caught up to the back of him finally. Hamilton isn't that far off behind either. So it just shows that pace it's not really about my pace, it's about Massa kind of dropping off, because Hamilton's also caught up the 1.5 deficit. That was a few laps ago. Out of the final corner now, behind Felipe Massa in the slipstream. Will I be able to get a good run going into the first corner at Cops? Yeah, probably not, but we're still watching this for some bloody reason. No, I'm too far back. Try and get a good run, maybe have a look going into Stowe if I get a good run from Magnussen Beckett's. I've got nothing else to say. I'm not quite sure why I'm even watching this, because nothing's going on. But this commentary is really shoddy. I'm recording this at half past 1 in the morning. which is absolutely diabolical for me, but I just can't sleep, so I thought I may as well record. And why are we still watching this? I'm nowhere near Massa, nothing's going on, I'm just driving, no one wants to see this. What's going on? Okay, I'm quite a lunge there into Stokes and work a lot faster than the AI through that corner. Why are we watching this? I'm still just stuck behind him like purgatory. I am 1 second in front of Lewis Hamilton though, so we're not sure what's happened to him for the first couple of the sectors. We're halfway through lap 7 and literally nothing's happened. I'm still just stuck behind Massa. And so we got onto another clip. What was the bloody point of watching that editor, Owen? I can't remember. I can't even pronounce my own name. What the flipping law am I doing? When did I edit this? Because this is shocking. We just watched a load of rubbish. Anyway, now we finally get the move done now on Felipe Massa. Up into P1 here on lap 8. Finally, we started in P3 and it took us 8 laps to get into P1. So we've got some good pace here, but we will be coming into the pits very shortly. And here's a replay for the race lead, the overtake to change the race lead. There we go. Lovely stuff. Brilliant stuff. And get done for, mate. Lap 8, Massa side by side with me down straight into the Abbey corner, and I've held the inside line, but Massa goes right round the outside. He's got so much more grip coming out of this corner. I've lost my front wing just for the slightest bit of contact, and that really is not what you want to have in your cereal bowl, and that's absolutely diabolical. He just come across me, and that sounds weird, but that's what he did. I've lost my front wing. I'll come into the pits anyway at the end of the next lap, so we just, we get a cheeky undercut, I guess, which isn't as powerful in this game because of the fuel loads, so, but, hopefully it doesn't cost us too much. A longer pit stop, longer end to the lap with no front wing. Just a bit of a pain in the ass, so thank you, Massa. Coming out now, 8.8 seconds, which isn't that bad, actually, for having to change the front wing. Where am I going? What the hell? Okay, brilliant stuff. It looks like it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I was driving as well, bloody hell. Coming out of the pits now on P7, 11 seconds behind Webber, but of course we're going to gain some positions as the AI come in to make their stops. Some are on 2 stops, some are on 1 stops, and as you can see there, Kimi Räikkönen 20 seconds ahead on his 1 stop, and he's got good pace as well, so he could be a challenger for this Grand Prix victory despite not being up there on the actual racetrack. And here we are then on lap 14. We take the lead of the race as Kimi Räikkönen comes into the pits. But I've still got 1 more stop to make here. My final stop of the day, lap 16, a bit earlier because of course we had to change the strategy a bit from losing the front wing. And my gap to Räikkönen isn't actually that much. His pace is really good on that 1 stop. And of course I'm going to lose about 20 seconds here for my second pit stop of the day. So I'm going to have to use my new tyres to my advantage to try and catch up to Kimi. I've got good pace, but so has he. So this will be really interesting. Coming out of the pits now. What's the pit stop? Why is it 15 seconds? This is I think the times got mixed up with my last stop because I didn't even change my front wing that time, and it's almost double the length. I think the times got mixed up with that one. I'm not sure how. That can't be real. I'm not sure what's happened there. Anyway, we come out in P6, a little bit behind Jarno Trulli, but at the end of lap 18, we go down the inside of the Italian coming out of the final corner. A bit of help from Laps cars there, the Super Aguri and the Force India there, lovely stuff. As here on lap 19, I go wide coming out of Max and Beckett's, and I'm off into the grass, and luckily I managed to avoid the barriers, but Trulli's just stormed right past me. I've lost a good couple of seconds there, but luckily on lap 20, with help of some more laps traffic, I get back past Jarno Trulli, and my teammate is 12 seconds down the road. But some of them should be coming to the pits. Yeah, there we go. Nick comes into the pits. So that's me up into P4. Likewise, Massa goes into the pits, and so does Hamilton. So now I'm up into P2, but with 6 laps to go, Kimi Räikkönen is quite far ahead, and I've managed to catch him now. I'm only down 8 seconds, but obviously that's not enough for me to win this Grand Prix. Pretty good race there from Kimi. He managed to manage his tyres. Managed to manage! That's a brilliant... no one's ever said that in the history of humanity, but I think I've just invented a new phrase. Kimi Räikkönen wins the British Grand Prix, and I'm going to come home as Robert Kubica in P2, almost 10 seconds behind. And unfortunately, my winning streak has come to an end. But P2, I'll take it. That's pretty good. 8 points on the board. Kimi Räikkönen there wins the Grand Prix. Wow, that was a pretty hard race to commentate because I have a really bad throat, and it's also 1:30 in the morning. But hope you guys did enjoy that one. I've already recorded the German Grand Prix, and it's much more interesting than this. So, is it actually, was it? I can't remember, I did this so long ago. I could be just chatting to fill time. Kimi Räikkönen wins. Robert Kubica second. Felipe Massa is in third. Robert Kubica, Nick Heidfeld, sorry, my teammate, is in P4. Brilliant stuff, because he never bloody scores points, but he scored 5 points today, which is brilliant. Trilly is in 5th, Kovalan in 6th. He started from last, by the way, so that's really good from him. Webber is in 7th, Timo Glock is in 8th. Lewis Hamilton, it looks like he must have retired from this Grand Prix. We must have missed that. I don't know when or where that happened. But he retired on lap 23. So maybe he didn't come in for a stop. He actually came in to retire. And it doesn't say, it just says DNF'd. So that's unfortunate for him. But here on the championship standings after that British Grand Prix, I can't see them because I haven't actually made the table yet. But we'll see you next time for the German Grand Prix, which is going to be epic. So don't miss out.